everybody. Thank you so much. First of all, thank you for the extra time, because from government, we're really used to talking for hours, not, 5 minutes. But so the Little Hoover Commission, I want to tell you about that first because I'm sure many of you in the room are thinking about vacuums or something like that. But what we are is actually part of state government. I think of it as like the good government watchdog for California. So we've been around since 1962, and the commission is made up of 13 commissioners, 9 are members of the public, and 4 are current lawmakers, 2 from the Senate and 2 from the Assembly. So it's a really unique body, and the whole point of it is to review anything within state government, anything .ca.gov, to look for efficiency and effectiveness, ways to make government better. So the commission does this by doing reviews of all these different programs. Sometimes legislative members ask for help and ask us to look at something that might be of a particularly sensitive nature, maybe something political that they don't want to talk about, or that's hard to address. And sometimes it's something that our commissioners are really passionate about, and that's how we got to this study. It was out of our commission's passion and concern for the state and the pervasive low levels of trust of state government, which we're all aware of that. So what we did was our commissioners thought that if we could start to look at ways to improve the public's interactions with state government, improve all of those various touch points, whether it's, when you're interacting with the DMV to renew your license, if you're in the foster care system and you're trying to, adopt a child, we want to make those better experiences. And so our commission started just looking around at government and asking, how does state government, your experiences with state government, compare to the rest of your life? It's pretty different. They started asking questions like, this is real. Why do I have to wait 50 minutes before I can talk to somebody about disability benefits? Why can't I use a credit card to buy a copy of my own birth certificate? Why is it so hard to just figure out how much it costs to visit a state park? And I know that you guys will relate to this one too. Why is it that there are so many paper forms? So many. Everything is a form, and it's in a weird name that we don't know what it means. So over the course of our 10-month study, we really learned that there is a lot government can do to do better. And we also learned that the old excuses, like California being too big, they just don't fly anymore. We have national governments, as Mr. Draper mentioned earlier, that are really thinking about how to focus on the customer. And that's all of us. In California, the customers are Californians. So we kind of are spinning that California is too big into this great opportunity, because making a small customer-centric change for the state of California means improved lives for millions. It's huge. So what we wanted to say, though, is that in our report here is that it really is a lot more than just having the state learn how to use technology better. That's a huge part of it, for sure. But it's about a framework, and it's about focusing on the customers and helping people, helping Californians do what they need to do. And so this is especially important for the most vulnerable, because government is there to serve everybody. It can't select. And so for those people who have to wait in lines and don't have the time, they can't afford it, we want to make sure that we're serving them. So after this 10-month study, the commission came up with some recommendations about what is it going to take for the state to make this shift. The commission really believes that California needs someone at the highest level of state government to be held accountable for this, to start pushing that customer-centric agenda. And it also needs these same chief customer officers in the executive offices of each and every one of its departments to make sure that they're reviewing programs with the customer in mind first. Like the federal government, California should have digital services teams that can help the state build programs that deliver on their customer needs. So that's definitely where the technology piece will come into it. So in our report, we've laid out a blueprint with a dozen or so strategies for ways that we think the state can start working now to change its culture to be more customer-centric. And a lot of it is we're just calling for the state to work differently. In the past, and you can pretty much see it in the paper all the time, there's huge technology blunders. They're caused because the state buys technology in projects that are too big, too slow, too costly. This is a story we hear all the time, and we're asking for change, and we're asking for change differently by government working in small projects, focus projects that are user-centered and user-tested, so everything around that. We're asking for your help. Don't leave California just yet, because we really need your help. And we need state government to take advantage of the brain power that's here in Silicon Valley and all your creative ideas. And so part of that, though, is going to be for government, creating and opening a door so that you have somebody to connect with. Because I know that we heard over our study that a lot of people see government as a black box. So in our report, we're trying to put that face on state government and give a door for you to come through. So at the commission, we are going to be working with the governor and the legislature and key administrative officials to try and push this agenda and create this change in Sacramento and throughout the state's departments. So my colleague Sienna and I are going to be here. We'll be across the street, and we'd love to talk with you more about our report. And we have some copies, a few, but it is available online. And thank you so much. I really appreciate being here. It's pretty amazing to be from state government and get to talk with all of you. So thanks very much.